Hello, and we're live. Yeah. All right. Okay, getting situated. Oh, fuck, where's my coffee? Damn it. And I'm live. Here we go. Oh, I should cam up, right? Okay. Moment. Here we go. What's going on? Hello, world. How are you? One moment. Let's just hop right into the topic of conversation. Desire. Let's talk about it. Hey, D. Caparo. Hey, buddy. What's going on, people? Where the fuck's my phone at? God damn it. What? Oh. Yeah, desire. Let's talk about it. Okay. Yeah. TikTok. Let me just do one of these real quick. Come on, Fusion. That's not true. All right. Let's talk about desire. What does desire mean to you? All right, let's get philosophical about it. Desire. Now, usually when people talk about desire, they think about passion, lust, directed towards people, but you don't have to have just desire for those topics at hand. It can be work, hobbies, life, many topics, many varieties. It can mean a plethora of many things to people. Work, career, passion. What does it mean to you? Obviously, it can be people as well. It's just urges, wanting more out of life. Yeah. We all have different desires. We have many passions. I myself have desires, urges, but they change, don't they? Sometimes on a daily basis, sometimes monthly or yearly, weekly. What drives us? Why do we desire what we want out of life, out of people? And if we desire people, what aspects of people drives us to desire? Good questions. You gotta think about it. What motivates us? What drives us to desire? Maybe wanting what we can't have. Or maybe it's easier wanting something we can obtain that is not that hard to get. Everyone's different. And sometimes what we desire changes. The things that we want, we desire at first, but it evolves into either something we desire more or we desire less. Hmm. Desire wealth, money, fame, success. Are these desires reasonable? Are they obtainable? Are they easy to get? What is the one thing you desire the most? Friendship, love. Why do we desire? Are we whole? Or desires complete us? Do your desires fill a void? Or do you have everything you need and want? And you desire to have more? I like to think that I have everything I need. Well, maybe one thing I don't have. Do you desire wants over your needs? Kind of like this dog over here, this pit bull. He desires human compassion, friendship, food. Are we different than animals? Dogs have urges, except they're simpler. Just like animals and dogs and cats, they desire human contact, friendship. Humans desire the same thing, but more detailed. Can our desires hurt us in the end? Or it can, if you desire to have money, fame, success, fortune. If you pursue that, it's always not a guarantee. But the jobs you choose, the choices you make, doesn't have to be work related. Your hobbies. People desire hobbies. But are they beneficial? Are your desires beneficial to you? We all would like to think so. We hope so. We don't want our desires to bite us on our ass. Do our desires hurt people? One of my desires is that I want to be monetized on YouTube, not for fame or success, but for money. But sometimes, dog over here, he desires me for me to pet his belly. But the things that, in particular, what brought me to YouTube was to have a successful YouTube channel. But in that, things arise on YouTube that I didn't see coming. And that's okay, because focus changes, such as life. You pursue something, you desire to have something in real life, and out of nowhere, something pops up, and your desire might change. Passions change, never evolving, never changing. Nothing stays the same forever. We all know this. Change is the only consistent thing. This dog, for some reason, I don't know what. This dog kept away from me all day. As soon as I go live, he just craves my attention. This dog desires to be noticed. Like us, like humans, we all desire to be noticed. We want things out of life. We desire things out of life. We have passions. Sometimes humans desire to have love, not necessarily a human being, but from their animals. That's why people get animals. The dog just popped in and he sat right next to me, so I'm kind of shifting my focus onto this dog. We can't let our desires take full control over us, over our focus. Sometimes our passions hurt us, can't they? I know it's happened to me. It's probably happened to you. You gotta maintain logic, your rationale, a focused state of mind, keeping your desires at hand, not letting it take over you. We feel the need to have situations, things, people in our life. Job, cars, household, house, apartment, things that we need to be desired. Trips to different places, good food, not just food that sustains our health. You're really killing the show, guys. Come on in. Shit. Yeah. Probably should have put the dog in the cage. I just let him roam free. Because he desires to be free. So I let him be free. And he has free range and roam over that skit. One moment. Jeez. Okay. Better. That's fine. I let him out. He'll probably come right back in. And if he does, straight to the cage. As of right now, I desire to be alone from that. He's a cute boy, but yeah. He's a disruptor. It's fine, I don't mind him. Passion, desire go hand in hand. Motivation. That was actually the original topic that I was going to go with. However, desire and motivation fall hand in hand, don't they? Synonyms, really. Just like passion, synonym. Different wording, slightly different definition, but similar. And I just described what a synonym is. English class, yeah. What do you desire? You desire probably what most people desire, what I desire. The things that I've just mentioned. Everyone wants to live a lavish lifestyle, I assume. We all want a little more than what we have. Desire and passion. Love, wanting to be needed, cared for, that follows under desire. Who doesn't want to be loved? No one wants to be alone forever, right? However, if we can't find it in people, we find it with other things. Employment, cars, money, hell, even a PlayStation 5. Fills a void. YouTube fills a void. People desire to have a YouTube channel for us to either be heard or for your channel to be successful. Some of us have envy. Envy can be confused for desire. Oh my God, he's coming right back, isn't he? One moment. Never mind. Pick me up. He almost opened the door. He just headbutted the door and just left. I desire to be left the hell alone. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Hey, Cheetah. How are you? We desire out of life more than what we have. However, we have to be grounded and keep our desires reasonable. Sometimes our desires are unobtainable, yet we think they're obtainable because we might get greedy. Be logical with your desire. Make sure it's obtainable. Or be content with what you have. It's hard for people to sometimes be happy with what they have, what they own, with their own situation. That's why people daydream. People want more out of life. Yet, we have to stay humble, driven, focused. And yet we can desire for help through people. And if we connect, our desires can be their desire can be our desire. Networking. That's right. Be careful of your energy. Thank you, Kita. The energy you put in usually is the energy you get out of it. Not all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes we desire what we can't have. Been there. So that's why we have to be objective, clear-headed, not let the desire of what we want take over the desire of what we need, not take over our own mental health. It can drive you crazy. Sorry, this is what I desire right now. Keeping a clear head, you're unconscious. Before you desire, maybe you should look within yourself, making sure that yourself, you are one with your heart, your mind, and everything. One moment, we have a female caller. Hello, lady. How are you? I guess I'll keep talking. We desire friendship.
I'm charging my phone right now. I'm good. How are you?
You're good. Want to know my voice? All right. What? Let me just. I'm glad you joined me. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I like what you're talking about.
It just kind of came to me. I was gonna speak on motivation. Then I changed the title. I feel like they go hand in hand. Like as you were paying attention, as you were listening, I'm assuming. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been here. I just stopped by Kyle. He's a dear friend of mine. I've known him for a while off of Turbo, so
Yeah.
I wanted to say hi for a bit and degress some emotions.
Okay. No, I got
change my brain.
I got you.
But I have to be careful because now I might go back into emotions, and I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. You know, on my channel, you can feel relaxed, and when you're speaking with me, you can feel at ease. No pressure on anything. Yeah, I think I know Kyle. Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah,
He's very chill.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I think I met him through Tanya, and I've seen him on other panels which I've been on. So yeah, I think I'm aware of the same. I think it's the same person. No, he's good. Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So, what are your thoughts on desire? Whether work or
well,
what would you like to have?
It really depends, because love is irresistible desire, and to be desired is irresistible. My opinion with desire, it can start to the point of achievement or hope or a wish, but akin to a pulsating desire, which will definitely transcend everything into a Nepal on a hill, so to speak. The thing in with heart desire is that your heart doesn't even know what desires is until it turns up into your life. The desire never ends. The heart is never fulfilled. Only the body that dissolves. Hope and longing and love has no bounds. I think the only thing far worse than not being loved is the loss of the desire to be loved. And human behavior flows from three main sources, which is desire, emotion, and knowledge.
Wow. Spoken like a true philosopher. Yeah. Yeah, that is correct. I was trying to think of something similar to say, and I think you hit it on the head. That's correct. Yeah, what you've said. Well, we all have been through it. With desire can come pain. If we don't achieve, it hurts. It sucks. Yeah.
The starting point of all achievement, truthfully, is a desire.
Yes. Yeah.
And another metaphor for people to understand: each day brings a canvas to paint the way you desire, which means within your life. The desire to know your own soul will end all of any bad desires. What you lack it and within talent can be made up with desire and hustle and giving 100% of the time. But as humans, human desires are not perfect.
No.
Hence the reason why we have fulfillment that does not lead the perfect happiness. I mean, I don't know, but there is a difference between desire and love. Desire needs contact, which would be physical, but love needs the soul.
Yeah, that is true. Sorry, I was thinking about what you were saying. We all want to be loved. That'll never change, like you were saying it. Um,
Correct.
Although desire and if we don't find the love that we're looking for, we can control it, put it on the back burner, and yeah, it's until another when one door closes, another door opens.
That is
And
very true. But the thing with love is, if you want something that is very true, I do believe within the universe, it's not something you necessarily search for. Okay. I do believe universe works in a sort of way when that person comes. It really depends on you if you're in the right mindset to realize if they're right for you. It goes the other way around, but everybody enters your life, and it's always an odd way. Sometimes it's not even in person. It doesn't matter. Um,
yeah,
I got lost for words. I forgot what I was going to say, but either or, it's way deeper than that. So much deeper than that. But I don't think many people can comprehend such because a lot of people have misbeliefs of what love is.
what's your definition?
None of us know the definition of love. Love is taught in many ways.
Yeah, true.
Hold on a second.
Actually, gotta lock up this.
First off, I'm with the troll. That's not true, but hold on. You're good.
Are you reading comments or something? That wasn't.
It was. It was. I don't deal with that shit. That's not why I'm up here. The more I give, the more people take. I didn't gain anything. Well, the thing is with life, of course, if you're an empathic person, you want to give. That is all we desire, is to give. But sometimes we are guilty of giving to people that don't need it because we do have a lot of people within humanity in this universe that are great manipulators. Their intention and desire in life, the way they live their life, is to gain a beneficial impact, whether it's good or bad. And most of the time, it's bad impact, but they don't care. And another short term that refers to greed. It's no longer a problem. You have to be careful and wiseful. That's why I think it's very important everybody becomes observant of their environment. And that doesn't mean judging somebody. It means being aware of what's going on around you entirely in a circle. Even if you go out in public, just be aware. It doesn't matter. That even includes with people online.
Yeah.
You can't trust and just love and give to everybody. See, the sad thing is with the cruel people in humanity, when they see a person that wants to offer so much or give so much, they see vulnerability in their eyes and they take advantage of that. And everybody that wants to be a giver, they've been taken advantage because of that. Um, Unfortunately, I wouldn't say it's the circle of life, but in human and society standpoint, it kind of is. That's when you have to, when I say be aware of everybody in your environment, because your true friends and the true people will come out in the worst. Now, sometimes, I don't mean all the time. Of course, some people come out in your worst and they're there and then they backstab you. That's still not your fault. Everybody has a choice in their life. Now, whatever choice you make does have a consequence, regardless of anything. It doesn't matter. It has some sort of consequence. It could be a good consequence or it could be a terrible consequence. You have to get to know somebody before you give them everything. Even if you have empathy and you care or they're in a tough spot, there's a saying of tough love and boundaries. Boundaries is very important when you want to love and give to somebody. Because you give so much, of course, you're going to get fucked over. And I had to learn that the hard way. I think all of us have at some point. But if you're aware of everything, you'll know the good people that are real in your life. You will know. And then the best thing to do is to stick to those people. And anybody else that tries to dramatize or be negative and involve themselves, you push them out. They're unnecessary. They want you to waste your energy on them. They love it. Why do it when you can be putting that energy in yourself and create yourself a better blossoming beginning of anything?
Yeah, you're really it's actually it's hitting home what you're saying. It's yeah, yeah, listening, and it's just reflections of my own past, recent past. Yeah, it sometimes we, in my case, myself, sometimes we don't want to hear certain things, but we need to hear those things. And you're speaking to my soul right now. And it
Mm.
sucks. It does. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was stating earlier. Sometimes our desires can lead us into, let's just say, misfortune of life.
I would like to say endangerment. Because when you have a lot to offer, people find that vulnerability. And that's when you get taken advantage of. It's kind of endangering yourself for some type of risk or sacrifice because you want to help and give.
Yeah.
The intention is to be good and greatness.
Yeah. Yes. That's why we have to be, well, humans are ever resilient, ever, we always bounce back. We do. It takes, yeah.
We
It
have
makes,
to admit, though, as humans, with biology and everything, we all are emotional creatures, male and female. We're
yeah.
very emotional, very intertwined within whatever such. And with that, I guess, so to speak, some people get lost very, very quickly. Misleading or anything as such, and I guess you just can't buy into that. Everybody has an ego and motive in this era of life. And then most of it, I hate to say, is you have to be cautious. I bring back up because most of people's intention, they can be act like your friend, but then behind the scenes, they're stabbing you in the front and the back just like the tarot card, 9 swords in the back. Okay. Just like you see my drawing with the skeleton with the swords in his back, just like that. While to your face, they're completely different. Everybody has an motive for some type of gain. Unfortunately, in this generation, that gain is not positive whatsoever within half of humanity. It's negative. And a lot of people, they thrive off the bad. They don't care. What's sad is if they do reprocreate or such, and as those get older in this, I don't know what's after Gen Z, but they're fucked, truthfully. And I have a lot of empathy and sympathy for that. I even am disappointed with my generation. I think even X Gen was disappointed in their own generation. It doesn't matter. I think every generation was disappointed at some point of their own generation. I'm very disappointed in mine. And it's very unfortunate because I don't think people, like I say, they have the miscomprehension of our nature and our value of love.
I as well. I'm disappointed. Honestly, I don't know if I'm either Gen X or millennial. I'm kind of on the cusp.
I'm a millennial.
Okay. Well.
My father's a Gen X.
Yeah.
If you were even born in the 80s, you're a millennial. If you were born in the late 80s, you're a millennial.
All right. Well, then I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
I feel that my generation is cold and bitter, and I too have fell under that. I've been cold and bitter. It's just certain situations, and we can focus on love, has made me cold and bitter. Because the desire sometimes. Yeah.
I have a problem with my generation simply because they have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. Now here's the thing is we were taught survival skills. This is a simple analogy here. We were taught survival skills. Now most of our generation, let's be truthful here, they have not touched this newer generation any sort of survival skills whatsoever. Not a single bit. They put a phone in their hand because they don't want to even pay attention to them. Just think about that and how that child develops with that aspect in life. When shit hits the fan in real life, do you think they're going to know what to do? Absolutely not. They're going to freak out and lose their minds. And what's sad is if you're a parent, you're supposed to be teaching values in life. You're supposed to want your child to be better than you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in my generation, I don't believe that they do that. I think they brainwash our future and manipulate. I don't agree with, oh, they're 4 years old. They can be a girl and it's a boy. No. Absolutely not. Their brain isn't even developed. Scientifically, in science, the most important development of a child's brain is from the age of 5 and to 25. That's how long it's important. And a child is very easy to manipulate. They don't know a fucking thing. All they're trying to do is learn. And they teach this. They teach hatred. They teach ignorance. And they teach, no wisdom, no empathy, nothing like that whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's like they want all their children to be a main character. Well, I hate to tell you, none of us are a main character in this world. None of us are. And the fact that you want to teach that to a child and have them grow up thinking that way and then be entitled a selfish little fucking prick, spoiled brat, fuck no. Go kick rocks. The fact you can't even, like, to me, that's common sense not to do that shit. But is that common sense to them? No.
No.
Shit.
You're right.
I mean, that's all I have to say.
It's sad to say, and you're right. You're correct on all aspects. We were taught that you are the main character of your own life. However, that is extremely selfish because you're not the only person in your life. People come, people go. But sometimes if people leave your life, it's because you're focused way too much on yourself. We're not giving enough. We lack empathy, sympathy, like you've said. And it's sad. And people always want to be right. People always want to be correct, regardless of fact. People put their own opinions as fact, and they're just opinions. And we can't even get over our own self. Yet, people bring people into the world, having children. And are they teaching their children correctly? A lot of people don't. And what we desire, we expect the people in our life to have the same desires. And that's just not the case.
No, none of us have the same desires.
Teach people that. And that's
No. I will say though, it's not a win and it's kind of a win and lose game. Okay, you can be selfish or you can be selfless. I'm a very selfless person as a reflection. I would say it's probably more hurtful to be selfless than selfish. But it unfortunately would have to be part of the truth. Because when you worry and care, even about strangers and such, and you have a big heart, when you can't do anything to help or do such, it hurts more than anything.
Yeah.
It's a rough road, so to speak. And I find myself on that road often.
We all are.
So I mean, I don't know, maybe it's better to be selfish than selfless, but at the same time, me as a person, I would rather stay selfless. And that's probably why selfish people don't understand the meaning of selflessness. So you can't fix that, truthfully.
No.
But that's what this newer generation is being taught, is selfishness.
Yeah. Well, it's not just the young people, and you're right about the young people. However, I've met a lot of people my age and even slightly older to be extremely selfish, and they don't know what selflessness is. Narcissism. Yeah, narcissism runs rampant within my own generation. And it's
now that we know we're in the same generation, our generation is very selfish.
Sorry to say that, yeah. Even some Gen X people.
I think Gen X has went through a lot. You do have to give them the recognition. They created technology.
Yes.
Now, my father's Gen X, and he disagrees a little bit with his own generation. That's why I said I think all of us, regardless of any generation, were obviously disappointed. This seems to be a cycle within the universe.
Yeah.
But so to speak, you have to remember Vietnam was Gen X's era and stuff. So it's like there's a lot of things, but they did create technology. Now, do you think they wanted technology to go as far as they wanted? No, because sadly, a part of our generation after them, we took over of that in the early 2000s. Truthfully, we took over.
Yeah.
Now look at what it's become. That's probably why Gen X is mainly mad, truthfully, because they didn't want it to end up this way. We were supposed to use technology for better good, not what it's become now.
Yeah, it's completely selfish. And Albert Einstein once said that the advancement of technology will be the downfall of humankind.
Well, I also like to say this: if you don't know history, history will repeat itself. And that goes within humanity. And I'll be dead ass with you.
Yeah.
This newer generation, the shit I've heard and listened to, they don't know history and they don't even want to try. So we're doomed to repeat ourselves. And that's what's going to happen, unfortunately, in our era.
Yeah.
Now, Gen X probably won't see it, but I'll say this: we will. I believe so. And I'm gonna kind of be laughing my ass off when they don't know survival instincts, and then they're gonna come to us and be like, "Please help us," and we're just gonna go, "Huh? Tough road. That's what I was taught growing up. Get your shit together. Come on, grow up." Oh, I'm sorry. Did I mispronoun you? I don't mean to do that. We're at a world crisis. We need food, electricity, and everything else, and you're worried about your pronouns? You've got to be kidding me.
You know how many times I've been called asshole? Like, I'll stick with that. Pronouns. Like, people call me a dick all the time. So, fuck what he or she or
You know
them.
what? If I can be anything, then I want to be Michael Jackson, and my pronouns are he, woo. That's my pronouns. Go fuck yourself.
Right. But they've taken, I'll say two things that they've taken out of school. 3: cursive, dodgeball, and history.
Yeah.
Now,
They've taken out history now? You've got to be kidding me.
They're rewriting it. Dodgeball. How can you expect someone to take pain in life if you can't dodge a wrench, you can't dodge a ball? I quoted a movie, but pain comes in life, in real life. When you're an adult, people get hurt emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, and they're trying to reduce pain. Dodgeball. That's just one aspect. I get it, and it seems unimportant.
Well, I mean, yeah, it seems unimportant, but you got to remember we still have football.
Right.
That's pretty aggressive. The only difference is you have body pads on you.
Yes, that's true.
In
cursive.
I played softball and soccer. I will say that's still pretty good because I fucking fucked my knees up.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Yeah.
Are they bad or are they all right?
No, more like, when you bleed and shit. Make a big ass scar and scratch and tear up your entire kneecap and shit. Soccer and softball will do that to you. Same thing with your calves. I even had sores because when I played softball as a child, I was a pitcher. Or I'm really good at throwing an underhand.
Okay.
And I would get sores on my wrist and on the between my fingers from holding the ball so tight, and my knuckles from throwing it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sounds like carpal tunnel.
There are other sports besides dodgeball that'll keep you definitely yeah.
Yeah, right. There are sports. I was just
dodgeball teaches you stability.
Yeah. Well, and usually younger kids played dodgeball. When I was in high school, no one played dodgeball. They
Yeah.
played football and soccer and softball, like we were saying. And I think they took dodgeball out of school to protect the younger kids in elementary school and maybe even middle school.
I remember dodgeball. I actually like dodgeball though.
And moving away from dodgeball, they've taken cursive handwriting. They've taken that.
No, I don't like that because they can't even read. I'm not saying politics here, but I do think it's important. They can't even read the U.S. Constitution
Right.
or what America is because it's written in cursive.
Right. Yeah. And
But now, apparently, here where I'm at, they're reteaching it. Thank
Oh, yeah?
God. Yes,
Oh.
in my state, they're reteaching it.
Nice. Good. That I thought it was taken out completely. I'm glad it's not.
They're trying to bring it back in red states, I suppose. Not trying to be political, but they're trying to bring it back. But either or, I do think cursive is very important.
It is.
Even if you read older things from historical events, paperwork, what is it written in? Cursive.
Yeah.
You go back to the 1600s books and stuff and you want to read it. What is it in? Cursive.
Yeah. They took that out.
You need to know cursive. If we don't know history, we're going to repeat it again. How many times? Like, that's just common sense to me.
It is common sense. Yeah.
And I think even Albert Einstein said that. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Hey, Jot. Ghost of Shadows. Turbo. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, and
I don't.
Oh, good.
But it doesn't. I hope that makes some sort of sense.
It
I could be,
does.
I know I could be completely wrong, and that's okay. You're best to homeschool nowadays. You know what? And I agree with that, Ajoit. I agree with that because I was homeschooled from 15 to 16. I graduated right before I turned 17.
Mm.
And it was probably the best thing in my life.
You were
And
16.
yeah, well, I got sexually assaulted at school at 15, and then I went homeschooled strictly, and I actually really enjoyed it because of course you can do it at your own pace, but me, I would be on the computer longer than 8 hours a day. I would work ahead, and I loved it because I was allowed to work ahead. To a point, I didn't even need to be at the meetings, the Zoom meetings, where the teacher talks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I graduated earlier than what I was supposed to. And I'm very thankful for that. I think homeschooling is best for everyone right now than going through the system. The system is kind of very, in my opinion, corrupt. We have teachers that shouldn't be teachers. They're mentally unwell and unstable. And I don't think our future needs to be raised with that.
Yeah.
Ghost of Shadows, we were definitely reading your comments. Absolutely. A slight Slavic accent. Yeah, I'm part Russian and Brazilian, so sometimes my accent comes in and out.
I've noticed that. No, it's nice. Yeah, when I was in high school, and middle school and elementary school, I'm gonna focus on high school in a second. My teachers were. It seemed like every year I didn't get treated the best from teachers actually, and I'll go into one particular teacher. She was extremely hard on me at the time when I was very passive, and I thought that teacher was very hard on me, but I thought she had my best interest at heart, and come to find out she didn't. So when I graduated to the next year she was fired. She was relieved of her services from teaching because a student brought in a project. She looked at the project, didn't like what he produced, and she broke the project in front of the class. She
Oh,
was
wow.
fired. The student and many students actually complained on her, and she was fired the very next day. Yeah.
Can I
So,
say something stupid?
yeah.
Were you ever never to enjoy prom? I
No.
never went to prom in my entire life.
I never went to homecoming or prom. In ninth or once prom, like 10th or 11th grade. I asked somebody to the prom. She said yes. And then, like the very next day, I didn't hear it from her. I heard it from one of my friends, and I thought they were joking. And they said, like, yeah, she ain't going with you, dude. I was like, get out of here.
Aww.
I heard it from a friend, and I didn't believe him. And then I spoke with her, and yeah, she said yes. And then, like the next day, it was a no. And that
I
was
never went to prom.
yeah, I never
Ever. I
I was
had the choice with homeschooling, but why would I go to prom and homeschooling to like a area of people I obviously don't fucking know? Like, what was the purpose? I didn't go. I got my class ring and I left. Got my diploma and class ring, and I just said peace, and I disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a class ring either.
You didn't get a class ring?
No, actually,
I did.
no,
It's red.
It's red. Well, it's yeah, my school colors are red and white.
Yeah.
Dale Adams. Yeah, we were the Adams, and it was red and white.
I graduated from TVAH, K-12, homeschooling.
Okay, I think I've heard of a K-12. They're in an organization. I think my sister actually.
They are. They go by your area.
Yeah, my sister worked for them for a little while. Yeah. And
they're okay.
I think
I admit the teachers on there are preppy as fuck.
Yeah.
They're just oof.
Yes, that is correct. I think that teachers do need to get paid more. However, they need to go through a rigorous evaluation, mental and background check. Like, yeah, you want to get paid more. Yeah, you're gonna have to go through some.
Did you see the kindergartner teacher that got arrested? Did you watch the body cam? I forgot what it was. I don't think it was Arkansas, but she was drunk and taking opioids and drinking while she was supposed to be watching kindergartners.
Wow. All right, so she has major issues outside of maybe let's call that.
Well, she got arrested. She's in jail now. But either or, like, I watched the body cam and the way she acted, she's like, I'm not drinking. And she's slurring and everything. And then they found the cup that she was drinking out of, and he was like, I can clearly smell alcohol from this cup. And they were just like, she's like, no, I'm not drinking. And they did a breathalyzer, and she was above the legal limit, like 10 times above the legal limit.
I mean, of course you're gonna.
They're like, what if you drove home while these kids got out of school and you just kill them? Like, do you understand? These are babies. They're in kindergarten. Like, come on. And she's just like drunk out of her mind. It was like a couple months ago. But she was taking opioids and drinking while she's a kindergartner teacher.
Wow, it happened. You said a couple months ago, so it happened this school year. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, 2023. It was like in September.
The beginning of the school. Jesus.
Yeah.
Maybe she wanted a longer summer break. Is what she wanted.
And dude, I don't know. I just felt bad for the kids, to be honest. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Like I said,
like, some people just don't need to be teachers. That's it.
No, I've had a bunch of people that taught me. that shouldn't have been in school, and it was a lot looser back then. Like where teachers had more power. I think like teachers are more restricted nowadays. However, back then, holy God.
I don't know about that. I think the last thing recently I watched about a teacher again, I forgot the location. A lot of female teachers, man, they're taking advantage of these younger boys.
Yeah,
Have you seen that recently?
it's
You know what I'm
mostly-
talking about? Like these female teachers, they
yeah,
take like 15-year-old teenager boys and they lure them to their house and be like, I'm gonna tutor you, and then they end up sleeping with them and then they get caught.
yeah,
And that's happened like so much within the last year, like more than what I've seen ever in my life. Usually it's like what, the guy and the girl. No, it's the woman teacher going after little boys now. And it's like, what the fuck? That's gross. What is wrong with you, you pedophile? Like, I hate when women are like, only men can be pedophiles. That's a lie. Women can be just as bad, okay?
well, we're all human, and that's the thing. I don't want to sound like a sexist, but like I feel that, and even especially the men, like, and I mean men, not the younger boys that are getting taken advantage of. I mean, adults in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s will just it's a past, whatever, or they'll say, "Man, I wish I had that when I was growing up." Like, dude, really? It's a crime. These people
Yeah,
should belong in jail.
it's
And
disgusting. It's
just
gross. It's wrong and it's immoral. The fact that you have to prey on a child, somebody underage or anything, just proves the fact that I mean, I don't know what else to say. You're sick. You're grooming them. You're they don't deserve that. I don't give a fuck how much you think they're mature. They don't know. They're still underage. It doesn't matter. I do believe that. They didn't, and when you can groom a child and a teenager and they don't know because they're still learning.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and blame the child. Are you serious? I'm gonna blame the fucking adult. They know what they're doing more than what the fucking teenager does.
That's true.
They don't have experience in life, but you do, and you're making the choice to groom them and come after them.
Yeah, because
And it goes both ways. It's not just men that do it. Women do it too.
taking advantage of a child going through hormones. Because yes, when you're a male,
Well,
you
yeah,
are,
of course. I mean, let's be honest. When a teenager, they go and watch porn and all of that stuff. Okay, they're a teenager. They're
yeah,
learning. And then
yeah,
the next thing you know, they think that it's because they don't understand and the teacher's hitting on them. And of course, what do you think they're going to think about that porn shit? They
mhm.
don't understand what really is happening at all.
And let me point this out, Carrie, that when a woman teacher goes after a male student, and that male student, which is a minor, gets a little play from a teacher, how do you think that male is going to grow up? Taking advantage of women, Carrie, because these things, like obviously that female adult teacher is taking advantage. However, that child will become a man, and he learned something wrong from a teacher that taught him how to do wrong things, and he's going to be what you quote unquote call a sexist. Carrie, yeah, take that as a learning tool, Carrie. Sorry, I read a comment and
Why? What happened?
I had the time this
She was
person.
fine. Why was she banned? She was fine.
No,
I didn't
well,
see what she wrote. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it's fine. She called me a sexist, so I had to time her out. She's not banned; she's timed out. I just had to make a
Well, then
point.
I guess I'm a sexist too for what I'm saying. I
No,
mean,
no.
it's
Because I
just
told
like it's the same way. Like even with abusers, Men aren't only abusers, women can be abusers too. It goes both ways,
It does go both ways.
truthfully.
It
And
does
I'm
go.
so tired of that the narrative that only men are terrible. Oh, whatever. Women can just be just as evil and just as terrible. You'd be very surprised. And I
Mhm.
hate to say it, but most of this modern women shit is
Mhm.
terrible. They
Yeah.
think they're doing right and they're feminists and I want to be independent. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
You make a living selling your nudes. Whatever.
Mhm.
You have no other gifts to offer except for your body.
And what's
What else do you have to offer?
and
Nothing.
as a career, what is OnlyFans pointed? OnlyFans is for the viewer. It's pointed towards men. For an occupation, it's pointed towards women.
Well, men do OnlyFans
They
too.
do. They do. They do. Just like
It goes towards both, but either
It's a-
or, I do disagree with it because those OnlyFans models that do that stuff, of course, they have sex with some of their viewers, obviously, and then
Right.
they get pregnant. And then what do you think? You don't think your child's gonna find out when they become a teenager and shit? You're wrong. You can't hide that shit. And I hate to tell you, anything you put on the internet, even if it's deleted, it's on there forever. Forever.
just like this live right now.
Yep.
Forever. Um, no, I'm happy with this live.
And I hate that people are like, oh, but I deleted it. You're like, dude, I can hack and go through the back pages and shit like the fucking Matrix and I can find your shit. I don't, like, you're stupid.
Stream sniping. It exists. And just because I privatize this, or I won't, but I'm gonna leave this public. But if I chose to private this live or hide this live or delete this live, guess what? There's someone out there stream sniping this right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's out there forever.
Well, even then, the freaking serial killers now that put their shit on the internet and then they delete it before they get caught. And then they go in court and they go, oh, I don't have it. And they think they delete it. And you know what's funny is the FBI and all that shit already got him back, even though he thinks it's deleted.
Yeah.
It's nothing's ever deleted. Yeah, it may be, quote, deleted on your end. There's
Uh-huh.
always a way to find it. You just have to know what the fuck you're doing on the internet. And I'm sorry to tell you, looking it up in your search bar, you're not going to get the answers. You have to, I hate to say it, talk to a Gen X or something, people that created technology to get your information of what you're trying to get information of.
True. I mean, yeah. I know a few.
You can't look it up and try to get to the back page. You can't look that shit up and try it. It's not going to work. It doesn't work that way.
Well, I know a few people, trolls or hack, whatever you want to call them, that their focus, like my focus now, is philosophy, right? I know some trolls that focus on making clips. I'm going to shout this person out. I don't really mean to, but I'm going to shout this person. Janny Clips. Janny Clips is a person. They literally have clips in their name. What does that person do? Record you. Janny Clips records people, puts videos, live shorts on their channel, making fun of people. That's their content.
That's not your responsibility. They're the one that made the choice to do that. If they want to be known for that, that's their decision.
Yeah, and I know a few.
They have the consequence of that.
Yeah, and I know many. That's just one person. I know a few people and that's actually really popular. It's actually really popular content, believe it or not. People like that stuff. They do. They
well, if you think about it, it's a free Jerry Springer right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like easily amused. Everybody likes to watch drama. That's happened over the last decade since what? The late 70s. It started with drama channels, or not channels, but even television. You know, and people they find it entertaining. They get involved, they get intrigued because some people don't have drama going on in their life. They're very fortunate. So they find amusement in other drama and then they
Yeah.
get involved, you know?
Mhm.
So it's still
Yeah.
not your responsibility and problem. That's theirs.
With before the internet, I don't remember. Well, I don't know if you remember the '90s
I
television.
do.
Um, Sally Jesse Raphael, Maury Povich, Ricky Lake,
Yep.
Jenny
Yep.
Jones,
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer, Richard Bay. Richard Bay was people thought Jerry Springer was bad, and he was. People thought Ricky Lake was bad,
What
and she
was
was
that? What was that fucking lady with the red short hair?
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yes,
Yeah,
I remember
but
her too.
Richard Bay was the worst. Not that popular, but he was the worst of all of them, and he wasn't even that popular. But like I remember watching as a kid because he was the most entertaining because it was just the most drama. Geraldo once had a Geraldo was known for before he became an analyst for Fox News. Geraldo had his own talk show, and they got into a fight. That was a big thing in the '90s. He threw down. He was punching people. They were punching him. Security got involved. They were punching people, going back and forth, and that was drama, drama, drama. That was a big episode back in the '90s. Yeah, it was
Oh
crazy.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's before the internet. People crave drama. Is my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, exactly what I was talking about.
I was adding on to your point. Yes.
It's a human maternal instinct. If you see somebody fighting on the street, are you gonna walk away and turn your back? Or are you gonna sit there far, far away and watch and be like, what the fuck is going on? Most people's response is sitting back and watching and going, what the fuck is going on? That's a normal reaction, regardless if we like it or not.
Remember,
I admit I'm guilty of watching shit that doesn't involve me, and I'm like, "Whoo-wee, look at that tea." I admit that. I'm guilty. I think everybody is. It's a human instinct.
I got a story for you later. I'm not going to say it now. Not going to say it now. But you reminded me of what you were saying. If two people get into it on the street, are you going to watch? Or remind me later. I'm going to tell you later. I'm not
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you later. But yeah, you're right. Most people, instead of like calling the police, they'll like break out their phone and they'll just record it.
They'll record. Yeah. Yeah.
For YouTube.
That's half the population now. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You could be dying in the middle of the street, instead of them helping you, which back in the day that you would be getting assistance, they want to pull out their phones and record you.
Yeah, because they want to get social media famous. Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah. It's all about views and likes and everything. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's kind of disgusting.
The moment you get involved in that, you're just asking yourself for trouble at that point. You're desensitizing yourself from creativity at all times because you're worried about views and the algorithm or whatever, and you're just sucked into it to a point you're like, well, I have to do this to get views. I have to do this. I have to do this. No, you don't. It's not about that.
A person that I was close with, he's a content creator. I'm not going to drop the name. I just don't want to have any smoke. Yesterday was yesterday. I went to his channel, and because that person was live, and I was thinking, I'm gonna go on his panel and just hang out and talk. So I go into his chat, and I'm watching it for like a couple seconds, and it's just drama. And it was. I looked at him. I'm watching, and I'm making a change and trying to go on philosophy, trying to have a better outlook on life. And I watched it for a few seconds, and I got turned off. I was like, "This is disgusting. Like, I don't want to watch. Like, I don't want to be a part of that." I went in there
Yeah.
to go on this panel and I saw what was going on. It was a bunch of people arguing, and it just, I don't know, my mindset changed from last year. It turned
You
me off.
don't need to be a part of it. It's just a toxic cycle. It's not good.
No, it's
It's a
not.
never-ending game. Even though people think, "Oh, I can help so much," you'll end. You're wrong. That's
Yeah.
how they get views. That's what they do. You
Yeah.
think you're gonna stop that? You're absolutely wrong. Look at their very first video. Guarantee it's the same shit that they're doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And he did make a comment because well, today, not, so that was yesterday. Today I went in again and I just said hi. Um uh he's he said I had boring ass content. And I was like, oh, you're the second person to say that to me this week. And
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay, that's his problem. That's
yeah,
not yours. You're
yeah, no,
not there to entertain him. You're
no,
there to be true to yourself now and
yeah,
just be you.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if people don't like you being you, they can go fuck themselves. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. There's a difference.
My my, well, yeah, my desire changed from
Mm.
the troll content to what I'm doing now. It's positivity. I desire to have positivity in my life, and I'm trying to surround myself, such as yourself, with people that are positive, that want better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, um, yeah, and they and there's and that person's channel has more subs and views than mine, and I'm not gonna lie, drama does create subs and views, and it's what people want in content, but it's not my type anymore.
No. It's not good for you.
It's not good for your mindset. It really isn't. It's not good for you as a person. It's just not. And I realized that about myself, and uh, I just don't want to be around that anymore. And
That's why self-reflection is a beautiful thing.
yeah, yeah, it is. It is. It's
People are scared of it, though, of course, but
yeah.
so be it.
Yeah. What people are scared of it to the point where they'll try to make fun of you if you're trying to change or progress in your own life without that toxic behavior. And people make fun of you, and so be it. You know, um, it's just, and if they make fun of you, that's not the type of person that should be in your life if you're trying to go a different direction. And I realize that. And
Yeah.
yeah,
You have to be careful of who you want to be your friend.
yeah. That was a hard lesson
And
that I learned.
fake friends are not a thing. You either run or just cut them off real quickly.
I should have cut them off quickly.
You'll know a real friend. I always say this, but you'll know a real friend within the 3rd week. I give it 3 weeks and somebody will show their true colors. Give them 3 weeks tops.
21 days.
They will, and if they're obviously not good, they will slip up. With all of my experiences I've given it 3 weeks. Before the 3rd week, they've already disappointed me, and my value for them have just gone completely down.
Oh,
Because I'm just like, you've disappointed me, and you misled me, and you lied to me. There's 3 things I hate in this world, and it's a liar, a thief, and a cheat.
you have said that before. Yeah, I do. And I agree with you. I don't like liars. I don't. I've said people lie because either one, they care way too much. Or I know it sounds weird, but they care way too much, or they're afraid. They're afraid of telling the person of another person's reactions, of a harsh reaction, even though it might be a dose of reality. They're afraid to accept the truth. so they lie. And
Well,
that's in my personal experience. In my personal experience.
narcissist people or people with behavioral issues hate the truth.
mm,
You will notice somebody that has those characteristics the moment you try to be truthful with them, as a real friend should, and be like, hey, I love and care about you, but you should know what you're doing, you know? And they, of course, if they become defensive, that's a
yes.
big red flag. A big red flag. That should always be the first red flag, because a person that doesn't have those particular personalities or such, they don't react with that. They may go, I don't really want to talk about this right now, or whatever, very nicely, or thank you, I love you, and try to, you know, something. They don't get defensive. You know, they appreciate that at least you're taking acknowledgement to care about them. Now, a fake person, they get defensive if you acknowledge that you're trying to care about them. And then they want to make drama about you. That's their whole narrative. People like that envy and thrive off of trying to create chaos into their own life. And
Mm,
they love when they can go online and project that they're so good or anything like that, and get validation. That's when you know they're really lying. And of course, stories don't add up. And then there's miscommunications. And unfortunately, within humanity itself, we have a lot of pathological liars in this world, where to the point they believe their own lies. Yep. Yeah. See, Mo Honeybee knows. She said, exactly. They get confrontational and defensive, and it feels them. They do. They love it because you're giving them a reason to act out. You're giving them something to react on.
yeah.
And then the moment you recognize that, you have to realize you got to cut them out of your life, because anything you do, it feels them. That's why there's this saying of when people you think care about you, and then you have all these arguments, and then you make up or whatever. My happiness is all of your misery, because the moment you're happy, that's when they come after you.
Shit. Oh, I'm gonna be attacked soon. Okay. Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
You said a lot of things that hit home with me.
I'm sorry.
No. Not what I meant. In a positive way. Now, that's something I needed to hear. Yeah. It's. By the way, you're right. That's one. You're right. It's just. I need to hear it. It dawns on me, and thank you for that. And I think everybody can take a lesson in this, because I'm not the only one. I'm sure a lot.
Learning is powerful. We learn till the day we drop dead.
That is true. Yeah.
And so life is just a beautiful lesson, because we're only here for so long. And we might find it miserable at some point, but we have to take in a moment that we're going to transform into something different after we're gone. We should appreciate the human life that we're currently in this form. At least the best we should.
The best we should. That is true. That's correct. And hopefully, the knowledge that we gain here, we can take it into the next round.
Absolutely. And we won't remember, but it's better than nothing. Our energy now matters into the next life, into the next realm, regardless what it is. It does matter.
Yeah.
That's why you must be in the present and not the past. Your past are lessons that we experience, no matter how traumatic or such, and they do make us who we are. Now, the main part is we have a choice. That choice is to take our trauma and make us become horrible, degradable, humility, none of it. Just pure out evil. Or you can take your past and become a warrior and take it as, you know what? Yeah, it hurt like a bitch, but I'm in such a better place right now. And that taught me something of I shouldn't take certain things for granted. Everything is a lesson. We have the decision and choice to choose how we want to take that lesson into our life. We can take it positively or we can take it negatively.
Yeah.
It's a choice, and everybody has a choice. Now,
Everybody.
you can't control somebody else's choice, and you definitely cannot change somebody no matter how much you love them or care about them. You can't change somebody. Now, you can help guide them
Mhm.
if they recognize themselves and reflect and go, hey, I need to change. Now, when they want to change, of course you can guide and help them. But if they don't want to change at all, it's not your choice to help them anymore. You can't help somebody that doesn't want to change or help themselves. It's cry boy wolf for help.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and that and it can hurt. Like if you recognize a flaw and you try to help that person or guide that person and they don't want it, it can suck. I mean, it can be hurtful.
It's not worth to waste their energy because the energy you put into them, all you're doing, it is a waste.
It is a waste.
That energy you give them to try to help them when they don't want the help, they take it, they crumble it into a little ball, and they throw it.
No way. Yep. Near,
That's the
yeah.
way I look at it. And you
Right.
can't do that. You just have to be like, okay, I love you, but I have to walk away.
Because
You
it is
know?
a waste. It's a waste of your own energy. If
Yeah,
you try
they
to-
have to be. See, mono queen bee, especially if they don't know how to, they need to change. Yeah, and that's where tough love comes in.
Yeah.
When everybody hits a rock bottom, and every rock bottom is different. But with the rock bottom, there's an experience, and usually there's an enlightenment in the end. You have to let that person, no matter how much you love them, you have to let that person hit rock bottom for them to understand that they have to change. And it's the hardest thing to do when you care about somebody, including family. You have to let them hit rock bottom and lose completely everything to be able to understand that the problem is not everybody else and they can't play the blame game. With
Self-
people like that, you have to let them lose everything, even if you love them or anything. You have to. Because their decisions and their actions are not your responsibility. Blood or not, they are not your responsibility. They're the ones that made that choice and decision.
Sure.
They're old enough to understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you have to just let it go. And it's the hardest thing in life to do. But it's true. And in the end, they will come around and they'll go, you know what? I fucked up. And you know what? I want to change. I want to do this. I want to be better. I've lost everything. And I want it back because I realized how ungrateful I was.
Yeah.
And then that's when you can go, okay, when they come around and take accountability and responsibility, that's when you can go, okay, let's figure this out then.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Life is full of unpleasant experiences and then beautiful experiences. And we aren't the choice of necessarily having those. But within who we are and who we're supposed to be and why we're on this earth, it's all for a reason. We all are here to do some sort of purpose. even if it's just being a nurse or something. We're all here for some fucking purpose. No matter how simple it is, it doesn't matter. If we can impact one person, that's all that matters. As long as that impact is positive and strong and within compassion and empathy, then you're doing nothing wrong. You are making a difference. Even if it's just one person in your life, you did something right. And that's the way I look at it.
It's a very positive and mature way to look at it. And you're right. Although that can bring pain.
Well, yes, of course. Life is full of pain and unpleasant experiences, as I said. But
Yep.
it is a lesson to be taught.
Yeah.
As I believe that we energy, when we die, it doesn't die. Energy scientifically never dies, and we're made up of energy. It just transforms. I do believe the lessons in our life depends on our past energy. For example, if we gave so much to somebody in our past energy or something, then this new present energy may have some issues from the past energy that reflects. That's why we have the saying that everybody has their own little personality. And that's because of past energy. And then they transformed and now they're trying to cope or figure things out still. It happens from the day we are born.
You're right. You're right. It happens from the day when we are born, and life is full of pain and suffering with fleeting, positive, good memories, is what I've heard.
Yeah.
Positivity and good moments. Let's say about.
You know what, Sarah Stewart? Ren likes big booty hoes. Oh, I thought you said Ruski. I was about to say, I was like, Ruski does like big booty because I'm 1,000 pounds. He does. And it's okay.
That's right, Sarah Stewart.
I suffocate Ruski every night with my big 1,000-pound ass.
She
And he
does.
likes it.
I do. I like it very much. All right.
What a beautiful life.
Speaking of desire, that's I'm gonna time you out there, bud. I'm not gonna block you, but I'm gonna time you out for a second. Okay, there, Ren or Sarah Stewart. But yeah,
It didn't bother me. It was funny. It was funny.
it was kind of funny.
But Ren's not here. Why would you say that?
I said, yeah, Ren, yeah, Ren's not here unless you're a troll, which I think you are, Sarah
I
Stewart.
think he was on Kyle's a bit ago, but I needed to charge my phone. I charged my phone.
Yeah.
I'm charging right now.
Okay.
So I multitask.
There you go.
But I also wanted to say hi to Kyle and stuff.
Oh.
But he was on Kyle's stream. And I told him to tone it down because he acted like I didn't see what he texted me. And I'm like, dude, I have YouTube notifications off unless I open YouTube itself. Like, because I'm subbed to so many people with their notifications on every fucking night, even throughout the night. My phone blows up. It's annoying, dude. You think I'm gonna pay attention to what you just commented? And you're like, but it was a few minutes ago. And then you have the nerve to tell me, well, Tanya was live. Like, I know that. I don't know that shit. Fuck off. Tone it down. I don't mind helping you. We're chill, but like, I'm not a fucking scapegoat. Come on, man. That's between you and Turbo. That has nothing to do with me. I didn't know you wanted to talk to her so bad. How was I supposed to know?
I don't think that person that you're mentioning likes me anymore. I don't know.
No, I guess they don't.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I'm a bad person because I hang out with douchebags. But I said I don't judge a person by hearsay. I judge a person by how they treat me.
I'm gonna go with the new name instead of Ruski. I'm gonna go with Day One Douchebag. You can call me Day One Douchebag. DD.
Yeah, apparently you're like a douchebag and you're a piece of shit. But yeah, I'm still here. I don't know why. I must be attracted to pieces of shit. I don't know.
Thank you.
As a loner in my life, I mean, it's not like I'm on everybody's panel and shit every day. I'm not. But like, what the fuck, man?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I really do. Thank you for coming up. And by the way, you don't have to. I know I say that a lot, but just showing you appreciation for taking your time.
You want to talk about wisdom and stuff like that? I am up for it.
Cool.
I like talking about just real shit sometimes and being genuine and just real, because there's a lot of channels that don't necessarily do that anymore.
Now,
like I love mental wellness channels, all that stuff. Like Gemma Journey's Grace, she's wonderful. She does a bunch of stuff. I love that type of stuff, and I think it's a beautiful thing that you're trying to go a different route. And of course, I've warned you. Of course, you're gonna have it in and out until you're fully past that little line.
Yeah. And,
because it is a new change.
Yes.
But I love it, and you're doing good so far, and I think so far it's doing great.
I'm going to stick with
regardless of anything.
Thank you. I'll stick with it till the wheels fall off, and I'll still stay on positivity. Maybe I'll change from excuse me. I will never go back to the troll community, but I may not stick with philosophy my entire YouTube.
Well, you don't have to. You can change it. As long as you're just positive, like we are right now, we're communicative, you're in the right path.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do. As long as you stay with that and you keep that path, you're on the right path.
I may make this a sports channel one day. Might go to a gun channel or a video game channel. It still will be productive and positive.
Yes. Yeah. Not bullshit. Not drama.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
There's a lot of passions I have. I like a lot of things. I might make it into maybe I might read on my channel one day, like just have reading books. If it doesn't get me struck. If it doesn't get me struck, I've heard
you would have to do a podcast. That would be my suggestion. A podcast type. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I could do a podcast.
If you have, instead of just a video of yourself, if you want more, because I caught on to how you are with Analyx, if you have like a picture instead of just a video of yourself while reading or something, you'll get more good cycle and good people to come through with that type of community. Like if you have two cameras, so to speak, one on yourself reading and then one on the book, people like that type of stuff instead of just reading, know, or at least the picture beside your camera, which is why I mentioned OBS.
Yes. Well,
okay, and that's how you can do that stuff.
Let's see here.
OBS Studio. And you'll be able to figure out that loop, and it will help you. If you can make a thumbnail that you can use every time, and not just being so spontaneous, that helps as well. Now,
I mean, that's
panels, you can be spontaneous with thumbnails on panels, but if you're doing like something regular or whatever, that is a basic routine. It's good to have a strict subtype of thumbnail that you use all the time, or
Maybe I-
something, even if you change the title. So when Tham's World gets out,
Yeah.
he does graphic art. If you email him, he can set you up with that. Give him the colors, what you want. He can do it within a day.
Okay.
Promise. For free. He does good graphic arts. I'm sure you've seen his thumbnails. He did that himself.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did
yeah.
those himself. So he can help you with that type of stuff if you really want to do that route. Doesn't matter. But that really helps your algorithm or analytics as well. When you have a theme set,
Mhm.
and it's not so spontaneous, people get attracted to that. Like, people get attracted to colors and certain themes. They get attracted to that, and then they stick with you.
You're right. And maybe I can start using this.
And then, yeah, and then you have to remember they remember you from that too. Like, I haven't changed my devil icon since I've started. And
Yeah.
I've had moments where I've wanted to,
Yeah.
obviously, but I haven't. Because
Yeah.
people remember me from that. You gotta make yourself of people be like, oh, I remember that guy. You know, you have to have a theme. You have to have something that you want to, because not everybody just remembers a name. They go by visual stuff as well.
Do you think I should keep my logo or my avatar?
If you want to, yeah, that's good. You can. You're fine with that. So far, people remember you from that. So your Punisher logo's fine.
Yeah.
I was just meaning like thumbnails or anything like that. This is
Okay.
just knowledge I've learned
Okay.
since I've started. Because for a bit there, I admit my dad got a little bit caught up with what can I do to get people to notice me more with my music and stuff. He had his moment there. So I learned.
No, but thank you for the advice. We definitely need to talk. Well, off this slide, we'll talk more about it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it would. Yeah, if you getting in contact with Tham would probably definitely help me out. Yeah, probably when he's ready and available. Definitely. That would. Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
he would love to do that type of stuff. 100%.
Yeah, I would like to become his friend. Why not? Why not? Sounds like a.
Oh, it's my dad. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He's not a bad guy, as everybody says he is. He's actually a very intelligent, good person. I think everybody has their moments, and I think everybody's hit their rock bottom and been broken and beaten down. And sadly, that was just my father's case. When he lost his mom, he definitely broke down completely. It was very difficult, and he definitely didn't talk about it. He just put it in a box. He put a lot of things. I like to describe it as a box because I do that with my trauma, and I think everybody does. So I'm going to use this analogy because it might make sense easier.
Yeah.
We all have a box, and I call it the box of bullshit. Now, that box has trauma, it has nonsense, it has PTSD, it has all that shit in it. Okay?
Yes.
Now, sometimes we take things out of that box and we try to heal from it. Now, most of the time, unfortunately, we all are guilty of not taking care of that box. And that box gets overfilled. And then that box starts to break. It gets damaged. The weather gets to it. It deteriorates. And we don't take care of it. And then when everything gets worse, that box breaks completely.
Yeah.
And we call it as our world fall apart. It's a very vague statement, but it's very true. And I think we've all hit that point in our lives. And it's just my dad had reached that point. and people don't really understand. Now Tanya knows because before all that, you want to be around him. He's the type of guy you want to be around him. He's that good influence. He's fucking awesome. So creative, so enthusiastic, the best extrovert. I'm an introvert. He's an extrovert when he's himself. But when we don't take care of that box in our mental state
Yeah.
of all that stuff, we lose ourselves. And he's finding himself. So I don't want to hear any negative shit about my dad, but he's not a bad person.
Yeah.
And a lot of that shit I've heard is a fucking lie. I know my father. Yeah, he has his issues here and out. Don't we all? Yeah, we all do. But he is very intelligent. He thinks he failed me. I don't think so, because I think he's just fallen apart and he just needs help. And I don't mean like given all the help, but at least some sort of guidance. You know?
At times we all need guidance.
We all do. Just that positive reinforcement, that hope, that faith, that somebody telling you it's gonna be okay. Instead of somebody else and you're going, you're a piece of shit. Like, come on, what would you rather hear? I'm a piece of shit, or it's gonna be okay?
It's gonna be okay.
Thank you.
It is gonna be okay. But yeah, I think we all have gone through that. I've gone through that recently. Like I said, when one door closes, another door opens.
Yeah.
And
keep talking. I got a tinkle.
good. And thank you for being here. And maybe I should I'll read comments later. But hello, Jaw Wreck. Surprising that you're here, but I appreciate that you're here. Okay. And you have to all right. That's not nice there, person. So you have to leave. But thank you for the view. Hopefully you hit that like. But that's inappropriate, so we're not going to have comments like that in the section. Yeah, but that wasn't Jawruck that wrote a comment. I was saw something else. No, but thank you for Jawruck for being here, Mo. Thank you for being here. What my friend has said here, she's right. We can't focus on lies and negativity or believe one side. There's three sides to every story. Yours, theirs, the truth. Truth is the way and the light. And we have to stay positive. We should desire to say. Yeah, definitely. I am going to wrap this up soon. I'm just going to wait for Kita to come back, and then might speak like a minute or two. I'll wrap this up. I'll start to read comments. You know what? I'll read comments while she's in the restroom. And
Okay.
she's back.
I am. Flash, lightning speed.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to continue or for me to wrap it up.
It's up to you.
Yeah, how about how about we wrap this up? I'm gonna read comments. I like to read comments before.
You're good. Take a moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this or read the comments, and because people like to be heard, and I like to give that respect to the people that were here. I'm gonna skip over the negative comments because I wasn't actually, honestly,
I wasn't reading the comment section, and so there probably is a few negative comments. So I'll skip that. But excuse me, AD, I noticed that you have a live, but thank you for being the first to be here. AD says first. Caparo, you were, you were entertaining last night, but I did have to remove you because you went a little inappropriate last night. But hey, buddy. And Caparo also writes, better tone. You sound like Leon Phelps. If you don't know who Leon Phelps is, people, Leon Phelps is dubbed the ladies' man. Thank you for the compliment, Caparo. Mr. Fusion T. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Hello, Fusion. Thank you for being here. Isn't there square you should be stream sniping? Anyways, Fusion writes, you just need an ear. you just need an. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Daniel Berry Sports writes, hey, Ruski. Well, hey, Dan. I haven't been in your chats recently, but I need to get back. I'm actually subbed to over 600 people, but I love sports. You know that. I'm going to get back to you. The Truth writes, hey. Caparo writes, with the open shirt, you should have oiled up. Okay, Caparo. All right. Mama J writes, hey, Ruski. Let's see. Lord Ludacris, hey, Luda. Is that no? It's not a denim shirt. No, it's a button up. Caparo writes, use a French accent, smoke a cigarette. That will complete the look. Fusion, we need the 70s PM porn music playing to complete the mood. Sea Love, hey there, Risky. How you been? I've been great, Sea Love. How are you? Scott Canning, why the sunglasses? Well, sometimes it accentuates the looks. I like Ray-Bans. What can I say? Annie's fat butt. Okay, I'm going to remove that comment. Or time out or something. Sea Love, I'm not having a good day. Master Shredder trademarked my name. Okay. All right. Perk 15. Risky is in his head. Sheesh. Okay. Sea Love. Yeah, you're right. We can't let the haters win. Okay. Thanks for the advice, Risky. You are welcome, Sea Love. You're slowly becoming one of my best friends on YouTube. I gotta tuck. Okay. Moving on. Mr. Evans writes, howdy, Risky and chat. And Kita, you wrote a few comments. Do you want me to read your comments?
No, you don't have to.
Okay. All right. Delco, nope. Moving on. Actually, I'm going to have to ban you, Delco. Not even read the rest of your name because I know who you're addressing. So you got to go. All right. Mo writes, hey, y'all. Of course, she's from North Carolina. Jim Bob Doug. I know that's a troll account. Hello, Jim Bob. Jim Bob writes, hi. All right. I'm not going to read the next Jim Bob. You got to go too. But no, just time you out. Captain America. I'm glad you're back. Captain America. Are we watching a set? Oh, we did anyways. Are we watching a 70s, 80s porn segment? That's the vibe I just get when I'm here. You motherfucker. All right. You got to have a sense of humor with people. You do. Ghost of Shadows. Howdy, everyone. I didn't know you were from the South, Ghost of Shadows. Ghost writes, I've entertained the theory of the law of attraction, but I've found little to no success. Well,
Keep up. Aren't you married actually? Ghost, aren't you? Ghost, you're married, aren't you? I thought you were a swinger. Um, Ghost of Shadows writes, the more I give, the more people take. I didn't gain anything. Well, damn. Sorry to hear that. Keep on chugging. Trucking. Keep on trucking. That's goddamn it, Ruski. All right. Ghost of Shadows writes, I can take good things from people even if the rest is rotten and make it a part of me. Well, you know, I'm not going to read your next comment, Ghost, because that is, well, no. But I'll read the next comment, Ghost. Ghost of Shadows writes, lack of love and empathy throughout his life. Okay, you're okay. Ghost of Shadow also writes, the best way to observe is to talk in a way that makes the other person talk. True. Usually by scratching the surface of their ego. Interesting theory. Ghost of Shadow asks, Risky, are you listening or fantasizing? Both. Gotta have a sense of humor. MTP, you are not blocked. Oh, you mean on StreamYard. Yeah, and I know you're about to write a negative comment, so I'll skip the negative comment there. MTP, we're good, dude. Oh, I know you're live right now. Pretty sure you're not stream sniping. Come on your panel, okay? MTP, we're good, man. I listen to your music, okay? You have good music. Keep on continuing with making good rap music, MTP. Stopping a troll. Ghost of Shadow writes, perhaps this generation is unhappy because of a disconnection from the self-influence by a rapidly changing world that prioritizes external violation and technological progress. Yes, that's right, Ghost of Shadows. Ghost of Shadow also writes, this can lead to rejecting inner development, fostering feelings of dissatisfaction and emptiness. Point well taken, yes. The answer is MTP, no. I'm pretty sure, speaking for both of us, pretty sure that Kita does not have any children, and neither do I.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I
There you
never
go.
will.
And she won't, neither will I. MTP also writes, oh no, Ghost of Shadow writes, the physiological development you can study. Okay. Yeah, that's the comment. All right, MTP, I'm not going to read that comment, but go ahead, make music. And you know what? You as an artist, MTP, you know it's uncouth to make a diss track on somebody that does not do, or that's not in the music industry, such as myself. I am not in the music industry, so I would discourage you from making a diss track about me. All right. Ghost of Shadows also writes, I detect a slight Slavic accent, and I think he's speaking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm part Russian and Brazilian.
She is Brazilian and Russian. Furbo, I haven't seen you in a while. How you been, Furbo? Furbo writes, Trump is the only one who can prevent such doom. And that is Furbo's opinion. Ajot writes, she disagrees. Let's just put it that way. Ajot disagrees with you, Furbo. All right, moving on. Ghost of Shadows says, well, he disagrees with you as well, Furbo. Ajot writes, that was funny, and I'm thinking she's speaking about Ghost of Shadows' comment. Furbo writes, Ghost of Shadows, okay, enough politics. Ajot writes, all right, more political jargon. All right, let's scroll down. Okay, if anybody does not know who Ajot is a First Amendment supporter and advocate. She has her own channel. She's I think she's monetized. and she has a good channel. She supports me. I support her. Please check out Ajot's channel. Thank you for being here, Ajot. You are always welcome to come on my panel, Ajot. Stop refusing. Kidding. Let's move on. Okay, more political stuff. Ghost of Shadow writes, Kita and Risky, did you read my comments while you guys were doing comments?
Yeah,
Yep.
and I responded to that earlier. I said yes.
I'm not going to lie. She is. I'm not. I'm reading them now, and that's what matters. The present.
Yeah, while we're live, I have a bad habit of keeping up with the comments while we're talking.
Myself as well. That's why I kind of read them at the end, because I know, yeah. Carrie probably wrote a lot of things, but I timed her out because of a negative comment, and she didn't come back. She got in her, what the kids call it, their fifis. Okay, moving on. By the way, Carrie, I like you, and I know you're still upset with me due to a certain topic I'm not going to mention, but Carrie, I moved on. That person's moved on. You still can be my friend. It's okay. All right. Ghost of Shadows writes, damn! I felt like I was reading or I was really contributing to the conversation. And you are, Ghost of Shadows, you are. Let's go down. Ghost of Shadows writes, Russian girls. Smiley face. All right, cool. Ajot writes, I should have read this comment. Ruski, you look nice in blue, and I give you props for really trying to do different things this year. Much love. Thank you, Ajot. Thank you. Yes, blue is my favorite color. This is more of a baby blue, but my favorite color is royal blue for people that don't know that. Furbo writes something. That's funny. I'll read that because I'll just take it as a joke. Furbo writes, Trump and Ruski 2024. Okay. He apparently wants me to be his vice president to Trump. Okay. Ghost of Shadow writes, nah, don't give me that much credit, Carrie. I'm still young. Are you? Okay. Ghost of Shadows writes, I went to prom alone. No regrets. I could have done that, but that costs a lot. Tux and a limousine and expensive food afterward. Yeah, I could have done it. No. I was working at the time too. Where was I working? Hex. Now the defunct Hex. It's a department store, a sister company to Macy's. Let's move on. Ghost of Shadow writes, I went to Boston. Okay, who cares? Ghost of Shadow also writes, I'm smart, and that's what makes me unattractive. Okay. So apparently being intelligent makes people unattractive? Okay. All right. In Ghost of Shadow's opinion. Okay. Ghost of Shadow writes sometime. Okay. Let's see. Let's keep going. Ghost of Shadow writes, we're more abusive to our own gender, and I think he's referring to men. Sea Love writes, okay. Mo writes, exactly 100. They get confrontational and defensive, and it fuels them. I'm thinking you're speaking about people that are negative, maybe possibly even trolls, as I think who you're referring to. Mo. She also writes, they are never wrong, always someone else's fault. That is true with certain people. You're correct, Mo. Mo writes, especially if they don't know they need to change. Yes. Jaw writes, hello, Jawrek. It's been a while. I'm going to go back to your channel, maybe Jaw, say hello. I mean, you're part of a certain group, but yeah, I might come. I'll say hi to you, Jaw. How's Artemis?
Caparo writes, I skipped over being right. I'll read that comment. Why not? Caparo writes, hey, want to pull my finger? No. No. I don't want
He
to pull
said he's been holding in a fart though for a while, but nobody wants to pull his finger.
That was the next comment. And not a simp, Dino. Some forget it. Caparo writes, I like how you break the fourth wall at the end and interact with the viewers. Thank you, Caparo. And Captain America writes Caparo's name for some strange reason. And that concludes the comments section. Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Well, the lady and I have come to a close with this live. Catch tomorrow's live topic. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm kidding. I will. All right. I'll just I'll stick around. Maybe Kita will come back. There she is.
That's what I get for clicking the wrong button.
All right, Dino, you gotta go. That's it for you. You have a nice time. And I'm going to correct you. I wasn't going to do it before, but then you made a very negative comment. No, I'm not going to say it. Anyways, for the lady and I, this is we'll just go with the name she has written on her avatar, May. Period. May. For May and I, we are going to come to a close with this live. Thank you all for being here. Catch me tomorrow, and I have come up with a new time, and that will be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on May's time, that would be 8 p.m. And one more comment from Captain America. Ruski got his Thank you, Captain America. I'm not done yet. Okay, well, I am done. So is May. And we are... Stop writing, Caparo. And we are going to come for the show to come to a close. Like I said, 9 p.m. tomorrow. I will post the topic tomorrow because I have yet to come up with one. So, and all right, consider yourself virtually pulled your finger. Okay, Caparo, shut up. Thank you for everyone for being here. He's got a fart. All right, thank you. And the show's ended. All right, guys. Goodbye. Anything
Bye.
and we are.